Hello and welcome to this special call, live intuitive readings to support your healing of your mother wound. I'm Sophie Bidard. I'm a master light weaver, flowing the purest crystalline light from the great central sun for revelation, liberation, and true self-embodiment. I'm passionate about finding and expressing the divine within and guiding others into this experience as well. My signature work is all about clearing karmic entanglements for wisdom, recollection, and radical liberation to set yourself on a whole new, higher vibrational trajectory. I'm delighted to welcome you to this special call. I'll be doing intuitive readings on your mother wound. So to request your reading, to come on the line with me, press *2 on your phone or click raise hand on the webcast, or place your request in the Q&A box on the web and ask what number one insight wants to be revealed about my mother wound right now. Or simply request a reading. That's what I will be reading for you. First, let's create a safe, sacred space for our readings with the Orb of Truth. Take a moment to let go of anything that doesn't serve this present moment. With each breath, feel yourself arriving more fully here. As we set our intention, may all that flows within our sacred space, be it words, vibrations, energies, serve the highest evolution of our souls and extend outward in service to all. I invite you to open your heart and your mind to receive all the brilliance that awaits. Activating your connection to the new Earth crystalline grid and to the galactic center, the center of truth. You are perfectly held, both grounded and lifted. You are safe. You can relax. You are ready and open to receive. Now I'm calling the Orb of Truth from the galactic center, the center of truth, and placing the Orb of Truth around our group, our gathering, each and every one of us. That we be held in the Orb of Truth and infused with truth all along our time together. And breathe. Beautiful. So before we get to our intuitive readings, I would like to share the highlights about the mother wound, which may show up in your life as low self-worth and self-doubt. Feeling not enough regardless of your achievements. Difficulty trusting or connecting with women. People pleasing and inability to say no. Need for constant approval and validation. Inner critic focused on worthiness and belonging. Difficulty prioritizing your self-care and receiving care. Fear of abandonment, or fear of being unloved. Unclear emotional boundaries with others. Difficulty identifying your own feelings and needs. Struggles with your body image and or feminine identity. Feeling unlovable or defective. Neglecting yourself while caring for others. Difficulty expressing your emotions or feeling numb. Shame about vulnerability and having your own needs. Or any other indication that your higher self brings to your attention. And there are many possible root causes of the mother wound, and you may have experienced some or a combination of most of them or even all of them. I've created a self-assessment video to support you even more with your mother wound healing. You have the link to this video on the webcast page. Click the link for mother wound awareness, or you can go to the page gracefulconnections.com. That's graceful with two L's, as in full of grace, gracefulconnections.com/mother, and you'll find the video link there as well. Now, what makes the loops and patterns of mother wound so persistent and so challenging to get to the bottom of, to fully clear and heal, is that they are held strongly in place by karmic entanglements, which not only are attached in your aura, which is how they impact your current lifetime, but they are rooted in all three lines of your past timeline: genealogical maternal line, genealogical paternal line, that together are weaving into a stress web which looks like cobweb, holding you trapped like a prey in a spider's web. So it's time to free yourself from your mother wound and your karmic entanglements of the mother wound. And I'm here for you to guide and support you in this deep, profound, and radically liberating healing process. All right, so now that we've set the stage, let's get personal with the intuitive readings. So again, to request your reading, to come on the line with me, press *2 on your phone or click raise hand on the webcast, or place your request in the Q&A box on the web and ask what number one insight wants to be revealed about my mother wound right now. All right, very good. So I'm going to start with live callers who have raised their hand, and then I will go to the Q&A to take the written requests, and I will go back and forth. And I need to say there are plenty of requests, which is wonderful. So thank you all for your interest. And I'll do my best to go fast and to get as many of you served as possible. But also, if you find a reading for someone else that resonates, that give you chills or shivers or maybe even triggers you, then that's for you as well. And in that way, I am sure that everybody's gonna be served today. All right. So let's get started. We're going to Walnut Creek, California. You're on the phone 3027. I'm unmuting you. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, welcome.
Hi, this is
Hi.
Mary.
Hi, Mary. Welcome, Mary.
Thank you. So I was wondering what number one insight wants to be revealed about my mother wound right now.
Yes, thank you, Mary. Okay. So let's see what's showing up for you within the orb of truth, Mary. I ask your higher self, what number one insight wants to be revealed about your mother wound. Okay, so she's showing up. She's showing up in your heart center, but she's trying to make herself so small. She's trying to find a corner where she can hide. She's trying to be invisible and inexistent, but still she's there, right? She's trying to shrink herself. That's the wound I'm talking about, right? Not your mother. That's the wound. And she's trying to disappear from your awareness. But still, in a way or another, she can be experienced, she can be felt. She's there, she's present, right? But she's trying to make herself so small. But still, she's pulsating, right? And she's creating irritation in your heart center. So if you feel something like, there's something going on in your heart center without any reason, right? Without anything prompting you directly, just like more in the background, that's her. And she's trying to move around and to disappear, but she's there. And at the same time that she's trying to not be visible and not be perceived, she also wants to be liberated from this. She feels trapped having to get in a corner and disappear. She'd rather be liberated. Okay? So that's what is showing up for you, Mary.
Okay.
Okay, that sound good? That resonate for you? Yes?
Yes.
Okay. So stay with me, stay with us. I'm going to do readings. Then in a little while, I'm going to talk about the workshop that I'm offering this Thursday. So it's coming very soon, live on Thursday. And I'm going to explain what we're going to do and how it's going to support you to liberate yourself from this mother wound, okay? To heal the mother wound. Okay?
Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you, Mary. Blessings.
Thank
All
you.
right. Thank you. Okay, let's take a nice breath in between the readings. This is a deep, profound, and pretty heavy topic we have today, but let's keep a light spirit because we're here for healing and liberation. So let's keep our spirits up and let's keep going. But everyone, I make sure to keep breathing. I invite you to make sure to keep breathing as well, right? No matter how you are affected by the readings, whether it's someone else's reading or your own reading, or if you're feeling uncomfortable or triggered, come back to your breathing, stay present and breathe. Okay, with that, let's go to Coral Springs, Florida, I believe, with Andrea.
Yes, Sophie. Hello, Sophie.
Hi, Andrea. Welcome.
Thank you, Sophie. What is my number one insight wants to be revealed about my mother wound?
Yes, thank you, Andrea. Okay, so within the orb of truth, I ask your higher self, Andrea, what number one insight wants to be revealed about your mother wound? So she's weighing on your power center, and that's the wound again. That's the wound. She's feeling embarrassed and ashamed that she's still present. You've done healing, whether you've done specific healing on the mother wound or other focus of healing, right? Um, Healing you've done in the past may and certainly have affected your mother wound and healed it to some extent, but your mother wound is still present, and the wound is feeling ashamed that she's still there, and she's feeling ashamed and embarrassed that she's weighing on your power center and diminishing your power. As long as you have to carry this wound, and now I'm seeing like you carrying like big baskets, big heavy bags, right? That's the mother wound. It's keeping you busy carrying this weight, and it's taking your power away. Okay, so that's what's that's what's showing for you as this number one insight for you, Andrea, at this point. Okay.
Okay, Fede, yes, it resonates. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. Blessings, Andrea. Thank you. All right. Next, we're going to, let me see. Well, I don't have a location, but it is Abigail. Oh, Washington State. Abigail in Washington. I'm unmuting you. Hello.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, welcome, Abigail.
Oh, hi. Oh, thank you.
Hi. Yes, you're
What
welcome.
what number one insight wants to be revealed about my mother wound right now?
Sure. Okay, let's see. Thank you. Within the orb of truth, I ask your higher self, Abigail, what number one insight wants to be revealed about your mother wound. Okay, she's showing up the wound. Mother wound is showing up, making her presence be felt in the back of your heart center. And it's like, imagine if you had a tiny but heavy backpack that you're wearing just on the back of your heart center, and this tiny heavy backpack is, well, weighing on your heart center and also pulling you and pulling your heart center backward, almost making you trip backward and fall backward. Okay, and it's the weight of the mother wound. It's the weight of the mother wound that is having this effect on your heart center and even on your whole being, right? You may find it difficult to feel grounded, to stand for yourself, to stand tall. You may feel or experience that you are moving forward and then you are moving backward in whatever areas, right? And so that's what wants to be revealed about your mother wound at this stage. That's what's showing up. So it's like very dense. This backpack, it's not large, it's very dense and with a heavy weight. Okay, that's the heavy weight that is showing up there. Okay, are you there? Oh, you're muted, Abigail. Let me unmute you.
Oh,
Here you are.
sorry, I have a little one. I was
That's
trying to
okay.
make
Oh,
sure I
that's
was
okay.
quiet for you.
For sure. Thank you.
Yes,
Thank
it
you for
is.
caring.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. So stay with us again. In a little while, I will talk about Thursday's workshop. Okay. Take care. Thank you. Blessings, Abigail.
Blessings to you. Thank you.
Blessings. Thank you. All right. Next, we're going to Chaska, Minnesota with Kendra. Just give me a second. Unmuting you, Chaska. No, Chaska. Kendra. Kendra in Chaska.
Hi.
Welcome. Hi.
Hi. What's the number one insight to be revealed? I've just been in such a dark night of the soul for so long. What my mother wound right now.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you for being with us. You're in the
Mm.
right place. You're in the right place.
Oh,
Okay.
thank
Thank you, Kendra. Let's see. Within the orb of truth, I ask your higher self, Kendra, what number one insight wants to be revealed about your mother wound? Okay, so your mother wound, the effect of it is showing itself, or the number one insight is showing itself around your throat. And it's like as if your mother wound had a hand that extends and that grabs your throat and squeezes it and like kind of chokes you, makes it difficult to breathe, so makes it difficult to exist, right? Which resonates with what you mentioned, that you're such a hard, dark night of the soul. And at the same time, there's a way in which the mother wound is doing this to you, to your being, right? Choking you, making it difficult to breathe, to feel at ease, even existing, but also the mother wound itself is choking itself. It's like, this Ouroboros figure of the snake biting its own tail. It's kind of what the mother wound is doing to itself as well. So it's like the mother wound wants to suppress itself. It wants to disappear. It doesn't know what to do to disappear. And it wants to suppress itself and tries to strangle itself, right? But you are the one. You are the one who can heal it, right? And it's kind of and even more entanglements of karmic entanglements. Does it make sense? That's what is showing up. So I'm trying to describe it to you. Does it make sense to you, Kendra?
Oh, the visual immediately. Yes, yes. I always when I'm trying to explain it to somebody, I put both my hands to my throat like that. Exactly. But
there you go.
Yeah, I can feel the karmic part of it.
Yeah. So very clear, very clear. And with this, how the mother wound tries to suppress itself means that she wants to be gone. She wants to disappear, right? She needs help. She's actually calling for help. It's like a cry for help. So I hope you can join on Thursday. Stay with us again to listen to when I'm going to be sharing about our workshop on Thursday and how I'm going to be supporting you and guiding you to do this deep clearing and healing of the mother wound. Okay?
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. You're welcome. Thank you. Blessings, Kendra.
Thanks.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Let's keep breathing, everyone. Even when your mother wound makes it difficult to breathe, you take back your power. Take a nice deep breath, as deep as you can. Breath in and breath out. And then keep breathing. Keep breathing. Okay, with that, going to Encinitas, California with Penelope. Unmuting you, Penelope.
Hello.
Hello. Yes, welcome, Penelope.
Oh, thank you. What is the number one insight about my mother wound that is I need to know right now?
Yes, thank you, Penelope. Okay. Let's see for you within the orb of truth. I ask your higher self what number one insight wants to be revealed about your mother wound. Okay. I'm seeing, these little balls, like it can be a balls to play squash or another, like a bouncing ball that is not very large, rather small, but very bouncy, right? If you throw it, it bounces, right? And your mother wound is showing this movement. Like imagine in your heart center, if your heart center was to be a room, your mother wound is showing herself as this bouncing ball that is just like boom, 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 bouncing all over the place and hitting this wall and that ceiling and the floor and the wall, and it's like so you may feel some agitation in your heart center that you don't really understand what is going on there. It's this effect of this bouncing ball. Or imagine if someone were playing squash in your heart center, right, in this closed space with the ball going and hitting all over the place. So it's very disturbing, disrupting. You may find it difficult to find peace and to bring peace to your heart center, or when you manage to bring peace, after a little while, here it goes again, boom, 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 it starts to hit again, right? Sometimes it's more, I'm being shown, sometimes it's more prominent and more visible and loud. Sometimes it's softer, more in the background, but it keeps doing this movement of hitting the walls and bouncing like a bouncing ball. Okay, that's what is showing up for you, Penelope.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you. Blessings. Okay. Now we are going. I don't have your location, Katie, and I have many entries for you. So let me try and get the latest one. You may have trouble being on the line, so I'm going to try to grab you and hold you on the line. Let me unmute you here. Hi, Katie.
Hello?
Yes, hello. Oh, I'm glad I can.
Hi.
I can get you on the line. Hi. You're welcome. Welcome.
Hi. I would love a reading about my mother wound.
Yes, of course. Thank you. All right. So within the orb of truth, I ask your higher self, Katie, what number one insight wants to be revealed about your mother wound? Okay, so what is showing up for you, Katie, is that your mother wound is weighing on the upper part of your legs, right, your thighs, making your thighs feel very heavy, and also like mother wound is wrapped around your thighs, as if imagine if you had a mini skirt that is too tight, so tight that you can't walk because you can't move your legs, right? And so there's the combination of this tightness wrapped around your thighs and heaviness in your thighs, which may be either both or one or the other. It may be physical. You may have physical heaviness in your thighs, or it may be symbolic and energetic, more the symbolic aspect of it. And the effect of that is that it makes you feel stuck. It makes it difficult for you to move because your legs, your thighs feel heavy, and it feels very exhausting to move physically, to move in life, to move forward, to make new decisions, new projects, new initiatives. It's just so heavy to move, okay? So, and that's the effect of your mother wound weighing there, okay?
Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you. Blessings. All right. Thank you, Katie. Okay. Next, we're going to Chicago, Illinois. You're on the phone, 8073. Unmuting you now. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, welcome.
Hello. Hi, beautiful Sophie. This is Simona.
Thank you. Simona, hey, welcome, Simona.
Hi. Can you please do a reading for me? My beloved
Sure.
mother Anna passed away last year
Yes.
I know we are not separated. I still miss her very much.
Yes, thank you. All right, Simona. Within the orb of truth, I ask your higher self, Simona, what number one insight wants to be revealed about your mother wound? Okay, so what is showing up, like my attention is brought to the throat and to the swallowing, like I'm being made to swallow saliva and it feels difficult to swallow, right? That's the sensation that is brought to my attention. And what I'm hearing is there are things that you find difficult to swallow, and you may or may not yet be aware of it. So with this reading, you will want to, if you're not aware of these things that you find difficult to swallow, you're gonna ask your, you are okay, so you are okay. So what this, because it signals itself so clearly there, it means it's time to heal these things, right? There are things that belong to the past. Now your mother has passed, and it's healing time. It's time for peace, and it's time to bring these things that are still difficult to swallow, to bring them to peace, to gather the wisdom, to gather the insights, and to finally find peace, and to finally be able to swallow. And what I'm being shown is when you'll be able to swallow these events, these experiences, whatever they are, and whenever in your life they belong to, when you will swallow them, they will bring some kind of nectar to your heart, right? As you transform the past hurts, the past trauma, the past experiences that are still difficult to swallow, as you heal them, it will bring nectar to your heart. It's the nectar of love, your love for your mother, and your greater opening and receiving of love from your mother, okay?
Okay, thank you very much.
Yes, you're welcome. Blessings, Simona. I hope you can join on Thursday. Blessings. All right. Going to South Berrydale, South Africa with Helen. Unmuting you, Helen.
Hi, Sophie. Thank you very much. Hi, Helen. Hi. My mother's been a big issue all my life, so reading would be very grateful.
Yes. Okay. Thank you. All right. Let's see for you, Helen. Within the orb of truth. I ask your higher self, what number one insight wants to be revealed about your mother wound right now. So what's showing itself is some sensation in the back of the spine, at the level of both the heart center and the power center. And it's like sensation of something irritant, but more like abrasive, right? Like if you would rub that area with an abrasive material, right? And then it creates irritation that is it's like wound, right? It wounds the skin, and it ends up wounding this whole area. And it's like it's expressing how the presence of the mother wound that you're carrying on your back is affecting your heart center and your power center in a toxic and abrasive way. Okay, so it's showing a degree of urgency of either doing healing work on your mother wound, either getting started or going further and deeper into this, right? Now, the urgency is when when it's needed and possible. It's like your higher self is calling on, let's do this. We can do great work, and now is the time for that, okay? And in order to signal it for you, it's showing how abrasive the presence of this wound, how abrasive it is and toxic it is to your heart and your power center.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Blessings, Helen.
Blessings. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you. Okay. All right. Give me just a second to sort out the hands raised. Okay. Next, we're going to Inglewood, California, on the phone 3951 are the last digits. Unmuting you now. Hello.
Hi, how are you? Thank you
Hi.
for taking me.
Yes, you're welcome. What is your name, please?
Sandra.
Sandra. Welcome, Sandra.
Thank you.
All right. So, for your reading within the Orb of Truth, I ask your higher self, Sandra, what number one insight wants to be revealed about your mother wound? Okay. My attention is brought to the heart center, on the surface of the heart center and inside the heart center, but on the surface, like the very center of your chest, it feels so sensitive, so raw. And it can be two things or both, like either one or the other or both. If you even gently touch this area of the center of your chest, sense whether it feels sensitive, like so raw, so sensitive. How else can I say that? Almost touching it feels almost too much, right? Now there may be the physical sensation, or it may be more the symbolic, that your heart center, due to the presence of the mother wound, feels that whatever it is that is touching your heart, right? That's why it's on the surface. It's about whatever it is that is touching your heart. Whatever it is, whether it is nice or not nice, whether it is pleasant, unpleasant, whether it is, love or something else, whatever it is that is touching your heart, it feels too much. It overwhelms your heart. Your heart center feels overly sensitive. And the reason is the presence of the mother wound that is there, that is kind of just so crying for help and crying for healing and for resolution. Okay? Does that make sense? How does that area physically feel to you? Does it feel sensitive?
It did feel sensitive. It's I'm touching it again right now. It feels like maybe a little soreness.
Yes, right.
A little soreness. But I couldn't, my mother has made her transition, and I do feel connected to her and talk to her all the time and get, answers from her. How does that correlate with what's going on in the mother wound? Because I do feel
in the mother
connected.
wound, well, the mother wound is, the thing is, there are things when you were little. There are things that you forgot, maybe. There are things when you were in the womb that you forgot, but yet that left, like, even tiny little grains of sand, they can create irritation that as it lasts, the irritation grows and it creates a wound. It creates a wound, right? So you may very well, and many of us are connected in love and with love with our mother, whether she's still alive or not, and yet there may be a mother wound. that is present.
Oh, I
Okay, there may
understand.
be wounding, remains of past wounding, unfinished business, unconscious things that we didn't swallow as a previous, right, with the previous reading, that were not able to swallow, or we're still not able to swallow. And it's usually it's a mixture of things that we are aware of and things that are unconscious. Now, as we do get into the topic and get the intuitive reading and start journaling and everything, we are able to bring what is unconscious to the surface, and we invite our higher self to bring those invisible, forgotten wounds, to bring them to the surface. We may not even need to remember them, what happened, just to bring the wound on the table so that when we do the healing, they can be cleared. Okay, does that make sense now?
Yes, it does. Yes, it
Okay,
does.
So I'm glad about that. Okay, thank you. Yes,
Thank you
thank
so
you,
much.
Sandra. Thank
Okay,
you.
thank you,
Blessings.
Sophie.
Blessings.
Blessings to
You're
you.
welcome. All right. Okay, very good. Let's go to, I'll come back to take more live callers. I want to take a few requests. We have many requests in the Q&A list, so that's very good. I'm glad that you are all jumping on the opportunity of this deep, profound healing, starting with the awareness of the mother wound and what the mother wound wants to reveal at this moment. So let me take a few requests from the Q&A box, and then I'm going to share about the Thursday's workshop, and then I'll come back to do more readings for you. Okay? So first, let's go to Sacramento, California with Carol. So thank you, Carol, tuning in. With you, Carol, with your higher self, within the orb of truth. I ask your higher self, Carol, what number one insight wants to be revealed about your mother wound? Okay, so it's interesting. It's interesting to me the way the insights are coming through. There's something about your voice that you may experience, and you may have noticed it or not, but in the next few hours and couple days until Thursday, you will probably notice, and maybe you will remember instances when it happened. Moments when your voice is kind of failing you, right? You're speaking normally and suddenly it's like your voice. Imagine if your voice were legs, and when your knees are getting weak and you can't stand on your right, if you feel like your legs are failing you, well, that's the same effect for your voice. Like your voice is steady and suddenly it's weakening, and it's almost like you're losing your voice, or you're just, something is affecting your voice and you don't know what's going on. And it may happen at whatever moment it is. I suppose it may happen if and when you talk about your mother, or even more your mother wound, but it may affect you at other apparently random moments. This is your mother wound affecting you. This shows how your mother wound is affecting you, as it's affecting your voice. It's affecting your expression, your ability to express yourself, to affirm yourself. It's weakening your voice. The presence of your mother wound is weakening your voice. Now, it probably has many other effects, but that's the number one insight that wants to be revealed about your mother wound right now. So reflect upon your experience with your voice, and is your voice steady, or do you have that experience of sometimes losing your voice becoming weak, and you don't understand why, you don't understand what's happening. Maybe it makes you want to clear your throat, and then it creates even more, it creates irritation in your throat. If you're trying to force your voice, it's actually the presence of the mother wound that is having this effect. Okay, so that's something for you to ponder, Carol. Thank you. Blessings. All right, now for Annette in Minnesota. Thank you, Annette. Tuning in with you within the orb of truth. I ask your higher self, Annette, what number one insight wants to be revealed about your mother wound. Okay, so it's showing sediment in your heart center, and so at the bottom, the sediment that has accumulated and built up at the bottom of your heart center. And what this shows is that even if there are aspects of the mother wound that you are aware of and that you are ready to heal, there are also deeper layers that are more buried, that have settled in your heart center, that have sedimented, that have been there for long enough, that they have settled there and sedimented. So it's an invitation for you, Annette, to really, invite your higher self to go and put your energetic hands into your heart center and dig deep into the sediment, right? Not stay at the surface. Now, you're not a surface person, so we know that this is what you're going to do, but your higher self really wants you to know that it's time to, and you need to, your conscious self needs to give the instruction and the okay, and give the instruction, let's go deep, and to really give instruction to your higher self to go deep into the digging into the sediment of mother wound, to bring stuff, sedimented stuff, forgotten stuff, long forgotten stuff, back to the surface, to bring into your awareness, to bring it on the table for healing. Okay? And what I'm feeling is that as you ask your higher self to bring the energetic hands to dig and bring this stuff from the bottom, right, from the depths of your unconscious mind, to bring it up, it may feel nauseating. It will not be pleasant. Be ready for that. That's okay. It's just a sign. It's a good sign that you are doing it with compassion. Bring your team, your higher self, bring all the higher beings that you need for support to be with you. You are brave and courageous. Let's go and dig deep and bring this nauseating stuff up to the surface for deep healing. Okay? And that's also for everyone listening as well. You're going to do what can be done, will be done in the live event on Thursday, in the live workshop. And then, if there's more, you don't need to overdo it. You don't need to force yourself. You'll have the replay, and after a little while, you'll go back and go deeper, right? So pace yourself, but give your higher self the permission and the instruction to let's go deep on this, and let's go deep into the forgotten stuff, the sedimented stuff. Okay? Thank you, Annette. And I feel that this reading came with so much depth and details that it may resonate with many of you. So everyone listening, if you feel touched by this reading in a way or another, in any way, it's for you as well. It's also invitation for you to give to your higher self the instruction. I'm ready. Let's go deep. Let's bring the stuff. Let's bring the uncomfortable, the nauseating stuff. Let's bring it up. Let's do this deep work with compassion, but let's get it done. And let's pace ourselves. Let's do what we can in one round, and we'll come back for more iterations if needed with the replay. Okay? Thank you, Annette. Blessings. All right. Next, I'm going to Oradea with Joanna. Thank you, Joanna. Tuning in with you within the orb of truth. I ask your higher self, what number one insight wants to be revealed about your mother wound, Joanna? Okay, it's showing me like, the Pac-Man character, that on this video game that goes like, burp, 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 and it bites, right? It shows me this biting, large mouth that is biting, right? There's a biting happening in your heart center, and it's this effect that the mother wound shows, like the presence of the mother wound in your heart has the effect that it is biting your heart, right? So if you feel discomfort, even pain in your heart center, that's the mother wound that is biting like a Pac-Man, right? Doing this biting in your heart center. Then you can hear probably, now I have difficulty speaking, like my voice is affected, how it's affecting your heart. It goes also all the way up, like imagine your throat as a chimney to your heart. So it's also disturbing your voice and your expression and your ability to express freely from your heart, because your heart is subject to this biting. Okay, so that's what's showing up for you. If it doesn't make immediate sense, that's for you, Joanna, and for everyone. If it doesn't make immediate sense, though it may well make immediate sense. If not, take it to meditation. Right? Is it a metaphor, the biting? Find the sensation. Ask your higher self to allow you to identify this biting and to relate to it, and then to start working with it, and then bring it to the healing on Thursday. Okay, Joanna, thank you. Blessings. And again, before I take the next reading, reminding everyone, if it resonates for you, if it triggers you, if any reading gives you chills or shivers, there's something there for you as well. So make sure to gather all the insights that are there for you today during the readings, whether it's your reading or someone else's reading. Very good. Next, we're going to Germany with Veronique. Thank you, Veronique. All right, tuning in with you, Veronique, within the orb of truth. I ask your higher self, what number one insight wants to be revealed about your mother wound? Okay, so two things are brought to my attention. First, the knees, and then the power center. And how it combines is that the mother wound for you, Veronique, the number one insight that's showing is that mother wound is bringing a heavy weight in your power center. And so, well, for one, it may be disruptive to all the organs that the power center relate to the power center and solar plexus, right? So especially the guts, right? Or the digestive system may be disrupted, or you may feel heaviness in your abdomen. Okay, and how it affects the knees then is that this heaviness that is present there, not only the heaviness, but where it's present, it's in your power center. So your power center, instead of being available to you and offering you power, being available to empower you, it's now entangled with having to deal with this weight, right, with this heaviness. So not only there's the weight, but there's less power, right? And this translates in the knees, that your knees feel weak. There's a sense of weakness in the knees that you may physically experience, and or it may be symbolic that you may have a hard time feeling like you can stand for yourself. You may feel flaky towards yourself, or it feels difficult to rely on your knees, to rely on strong, healthy, flexible knees, right? Whether physically or symbolically. Okay, the knees, they're all about flexibility. You need them flexible and strong as well, and they allow you to move, right? To move around, to move freely, to move forward, to move sideways, to move wherever you need to go. Okay, so for you, that's what's showing up, Veronique. This combination of weight in the power center, losing power, that translates in weakness in the knees. Okay, thank you, Veronique. Blessings. Now we're going to Sweden with Daniela. Thank you, Daniela. Tuning in with you, Daniela, within the orb of truth. I ask your higher self, Daniela, what number one insight wants to be revealed about your mother wound. Okay, my attention is brought in your head, so the whole part from above the mouth up. Okay, so especially where the brain is and the third eye, and what this is signaling to me is that there's a lot of thinking about your mother wound. It occupies your thoughts a lot, right? You're thinking about it a lot, and that's okay because you're ready to heal it. So you're thinking about it, obviously, okay? But what this does is that at the moment, and it may have been for a while, it may be difficult to think. It's like when there's noise, right? Even when you try to think about something else than the mother wound, right? You try to focus on something else, you may have a hard time focusing on something else and have a hard time having brain power, let's say. It's because of it's like a constant background noise. Whether you're focusing on it or not, there is background noise due to the mother wound. Okay? Also, I'm hearing confusion. Okay, so it's affecting your mind a lot at the moment. Your mind, your thinking, your head, your third eye. So if you find that you have been very confused or pretty confused, difficult to focus, difficult to access your third eye, all these effects, be aware that at least there may be other reasons, but at least a big chunk of the reason for that is the mother wound. Okay, so one of the I mean, the invitation with that is for you to have compassion for yourself. Imagine you're in a very, living in a very constantly noisy room, okay? Have compassion for yourself and understanding for why is it that I can't access my head, my mind, my brains, my third eye? Why am I so confused? The mother wound is creating, I'm hearing huge disruption there. So bear with yourself for a little more. And as you prepare for the healing, for the workshop on Thursday, and have compassion for yourself and compassion for your head, for your mind, for your mental body as well. Okay? It's still there. It's still all good. It's just being disrupted, very heavily disrupted. Okay? Thank you, Daniela. Blessings. All right. I will come back for more readings. Many requests, so I want to do as many as possible. But for now, let's take a pause. Let's make a pause in the readings. I want to share with you how I am here to support you with liberating yourself from unhealed aspects of your wounds and all the different ways in which they are showing up in your life. I've created a brand new series of clearing, healing, and activation sessions. It's called Divine TRIFECTA Liberation. And it starts with the healing of the mother wound happening live this Thursday, November 6th at 9 a.m. Pacific. There will be a replay if you can't attend the live workshop and to keep working on it if you wish. And then next week we'll heal the father wound, and then we'll complete with our series with the wounded inner child the week after. So this week and the next couple of weeks. And you can commit to the full Divine TRIFECTA Liberation Bundle for accelerated transformation and maximum value, or you can explore each workshop individually at your own pace. Today, we're all about the mother wound, so let's focus on this first workshop. To follow me as I share about it, if you're on the webcast and replay page, you have a button and a link. Click to discover Healing the Mother Wound, Liberating the Divine Mother Within, or go to gracefulconnections.com, graceful with 2 L's, gracefulconnections.com/mother. So during this live video workshop on Thursday, we come together to clear and heal your karmic entanglements of mother wound, and then proceed to the activation of Divine Mother Within. So we'll start with creating your safe, sacred space of the crystalline chamber of light, where you will receive your orb of inner Divine Mother, powered by the EI, the etheric intelligence, to clear the karmic entanglements of mother wound with the elemental clover of light protocol, clearing in your physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual bodies at the level of your aura, your past timeline, your genealogical maternal line, your genealogical paternal line, and your future lifeline. So yes, we'll engage the earth elementals for the clearing and healing of the mother wound in your physical body, water elementals for your emotional body, air elementals for your mental body, and fire elementals for your spiritual body. Clearing and healing at the level of your aura. This is how it affects your current lifetime, your past timeline, your genealogical maternal and paternal line, and your future lifeline. And then we'll proceed to the activation of the inner Divine Mother with DNA light language codes and the transmission of pure source light from the great central sun to fill in and nourish your physical, emotional, mental, spiritual bodies with the light of truth, revealing the wisdom and guidance of Divine Mother within. And we complete with your ethereal frequency attunement mantra for Divine Mother within. And you'll use, after the workshop, you'll use your mantra on a daily basis to access and tap into the frequency of the Divine Mother within, a divinely nurtured, supported, and embodied gift of knowing you are inherently worthy. Let's activate your inner Divine Mother to embrace yourself with unconditional love and compassion, reclaiming your wholeness with unshakable confidence in your inherent value. So to prepare and support your clearing, healing, and activation session, you'll receive a PDF guide containing all the details and guidance you need for your session preparation to gain the greatest possible outcomes in the smoothest possible way. For your clearing, healing, and activation session with your personal orb of inner Divine Mother and your ethereal frequency attunement mantra. So I hope you'll seize this transformative opportunity to heal your mother wound at levels you've never experienced before through the power of the EI, the etheric intelligence. This is for you if you've already done healing work and sense that there are deeper layers wanting and waiting to be revealed and to be healed. And the time is now. This is your perfect opportunity. It's equally powerful if you're just beginning your mother wound healing journey and feel called to start with profound depth. The replay becomes your ongoing healing companion. Each time you revisit it, new insights emerge and deeper transformation unfolds as your higher self guides and paces your process for your highest good and evolution. So I invite you to join Healing the Mother Wound, Liberating the Divine Mother Within. It's happening live this Thursday, November 6th at 9 a.m. Pacific with a replay. Click the button or the link on the webcast and replay page or go to gracefulconnections.com/mother. And I also want to bring to your attention the Divine TRIFECTA Liberation Bundle, which includes this session, Healing the Mother Wound, plus Healing the Father Wound next week, and Healing the Wounded Inner Child in 2 weeks. And you definitely want to consider this bundle that comes with a very special price and really amazing value. If you're looking for full spectrum, deep and systematic healing, clearing and activations, this is for you. You have the link on your webcast and replay page, or go to gracefulconnections.com/trifecta. That's TRIFECTA. gracefulconnections.com/trifecta. That's the full bundle. All right. So now that you know how we are doing this healing on Thursday, and you're invited to join, and you know what's going to happen and how. Let me just take a sip of water and come back to do more readings for you. All right, so let me go back to the long list of requests from the Q&A box. And we're going to Virginia with Margaret. Thank you, Margaret. Tuning in with you, Margaret, within the orb of truth. I ask your higher self, Margaret, what number one insight wants to be revealed about your mother wound? Okay, my attention is brought to the heart center, in the back of the heart center. It's like there's something itchy there. And you know, like when there's something bothering you and you don't quite know what it is, it's just there, and it's bothering you, and it's doing this itchy thing in the back of your heart center. And what it's meaning to me, the fact that it's showing itself at the back, in this case, right, for you specifically, Margaret, or for this reading, is that it's not at the forefront. Your mother wound, let's say, is not in your face, at least not at the moment. It's not in your face, but it's in the background, and it's an irritation in the background, an itchy kind of irritation. Now, when there's something itchy and you can't get rid of it, it can be pretty disturbing, right? You want to get rid of it, you can't get rid of the itchiness, and it may end up taking more energetic space than what it really is, or because it's there and you can't get rid of the itchiness, if that makes sense. Okay, so that's that's the number one insight for you, Margaret. The meaning of it is, it's not in your face, but it's in the background there, disturbing, disrupting, being itchy. Okay, so the invitation is, well, to maybe don't wait until it's be in your face, or you come to a phase where it really explodes in your face, if it has to, and screams for healing. But take this opportunity that you're invited to this healing on Thursday, and that you can get to take care of this itchiness in the back of your heart, right? You don't have to wait until it's big and huge and screaming and it's in your face. There's an opportunity to take care of it here and now. Okay? Thank you, Margaret. Blessings. And that may resonate with many of you as well, right? We don't have to, it's like you don't always wait to be in pain and to have maybe an abscess in order to go to the dentist, right? You may go to the dentist at the slightest irritation, or even go preventively, right? Usually that's what we do with the dentist. But when there's pain, you don't wait for the pain to scream, right? And an indication that there's something is your signal to, well, let's go now before it gets louder. Let's take care of things. Okay, that's the meaning of this reading. Okay, and yes, it may resonate with many of you listening. Thank you, Margaret. Blessings. Okay, next we're going to Tusson with Renee. Thank you, Renee. Tuning in with you within the orb of truth. I ask your higher self, Renee, what number one insight wants to be revealed about your mother wound right now. So for you, Renee, it's showing up in your heart center as well, but it's a much more central location of the effect of the mother wound. It's like the whole center of your heart center is in pain, and it's not a loud screaming pain, but it's very central to your heart, and it's like a constant. It's a constant ongoing pain at the center of your heart. And being at the center of your heart center, it affects everything going on in your heart center, is affected, if only slightly, by I'm hearing the noise of this mother wound that is so central to your heart. Okay, so it's definitely your heart is giving you an invitation, a calling, a clear signal to let's take care of this. Let's take care of this. Liberate your heart from this pain. It's painful. It's more than noise. It's painful. And it's affecting everything going on in your heart, including things that have nothing to do with your mother, right? But the presence of the mother wound right there at the center affects everything going on in your heart center. So it's time to liberate your heart center, Renee. Thank you, Renee. Blessings. All right. Next, going to Singapore with Ja. I never know how to pronounce your name. Is it Ya or Ja? So I'm going to go with Ja, J-A in Singapore. I'm going to go with Ja. If that's not the way to pronounce, I apologize, but at least you're going to recognize yourself. So thank you, Ja, for your understanding. I'm tuning in with you. Within the orb of truth, I ask your higher self what number one insight wants to be revealed about your mother wound right now, Ja. Okay, my attention is brought to the end of your spine, and that's where your root chakra is. And there's a sense of not feeling stable, like feeling wobbly on your legs. So what this indicates is the presence of the mother wound and how it affects you. Is it makes you feel, it affects your root chakra. It affects your grounding, your groundedness, your ability to be present and grounded and to feel grounded, to feel safe. It affects your sense of safety and to feel strong on your legs, right? To stand for yourself and to have strong legs that are able to move around. So it's really about, it's very base, right? Base chakra, root chakra. It's basic in the sense of it affects your energy system at the base of it, right? Bringing this sense of not feeling safe, not feeling grounded, not feeling stable, right? Affecting your root chakra. So that's a definitive calling for the healing of the mother wound, liberating your root chakra, gaining a sense of safety, stability, groundedness, strong legs. Okay? If you've been wondering why you can't ground, why you don't feel grounded, and you do all sorts of things to get grounded, and then it pops out again, or you can't get the sense of feeling grounded, feeling strong. Mother wound is affecting you strongly there. Okay, so I hope you join us on Thursday. Well, I hope everyone joins us on Thursday, because it is so essential. And I believe that through the readings already, it is everyone can perceive how essential it is and critical, this mother wound. Again, whether it's in our face or not, whether it's loud and screaming or it's more like a background noise, it is so essential. And we are doing it. We are doing it. We are being brave and courageous. We come together. We call all the support that we need from the higher realms. And we get to work on Thursday. So the invitation is open. Thank you, Ja. Blessings. All right. Next, we're going to Gothenburg with Kinga. Thank you, Kinga. Tuning in with you within the orb of truth. I ask your higher self, Kinga, what number one insight wants to be revealed about your mother wound right now? So my attention is brought to the throat, and with a sense of being muted, being silenced, being speechless. So that's the effect of the mother wound. Now, maybe your mother told you to shut up, to shush, right? And that's the direct effect of the mother wound still echoing and still muting you. Maybe she didn't openly or directly express that, but the presence and the heaviness, the weight that you carry of the mother wound has an effect to make you speechless, make it difficult. It steals your voice. That's the words that are coming to express what's going on. It makes you speechless. It steals your voice. As long as you carry this heaviness, it is and it will be difficult to express, to voice, to speak up, to find your voice. Okay, so thank you, Kinga. Blessings. Next, we're going to New York with Sherwood. Thank you, Sherwood. Tuning in with you, Sherwood, within the orb of truth. I ask your higher self, Sherwood, what number one insight wants to be revealed about your mother wound right now, Sherwood? So my attention is brought to the second chakra, the sacral chakra. And very clearly, like, it's all vibrating there, okay? And the message here is how pretty intensely the mother wound, your mother wound, is affecting your second chakra, affecting the energy of your second chakra and the power of your second chakra, the power you may or may not find there, affecting your sexuality, of course, second chakra. But second chakra is not only about sexuality, it's about one-on-one relationships, intimate or not. It's all about one-on-one. And the mother wound is disempowering you in your one-on-one relationships. And now I'm showing, it's like it's making you, I'm seeing like a little boy. It's shrinking you into a little boy where you are a grown-up man, okay? So you want to liberate, to free your whole being, obviously, but especially your second chakra from the influence that the mother wound has on your second chakra, that is stealing your power there and shrinking you at the level of your second chakra, shrinking you to the level of a little boy. Okay, so there's some, definitely healing that needs to happen there to bring relief. I'm hearing bring relief to your second chakra that right now is screaming. It's screaming for attention. Okay, so that's the number one insight for you, Sherwood. Thank you. Blessings. All right. Next, we're going to Midlothian, Virginia with Susan. Thank you, Susan. Tuning in. Within the orb of truth, I ask your higher self, Susan, what number one insight wants to be revealed about your mother wound right now, Susan? So again, my attention is brought to the throat, and it's almost like a hand grabbing there. And sometimes parents, the way they are with you when you're a child or even a grown-up, it may feel like they are strangling you, right? Choking you, strangling you, and preventing you from expressing yourself as the free being that you are. And the mother wound is doing that to you, Susan. The presence of the mother wound is choking you, strangling you. Okay, so if you have difficulty expressing, finding your voice, finding your free expression, feeling, even if you feel sensations as if a hand is grabbing your neck, your throat, it's actually the mother wound is grabbing you there. Okay, now when these symptoms or expressions come, well, they are very unpleasant and annoying for sure, but they have the advantage that they are an indication, right? It's like they are a scream, they are an indication of something that is calling for attention. Okay, and it's calling for attention because it wants to be healed, it wants to be freed. Okay, so that's the number one insight coming up for you, being revealed for you, Suzanne. Thank you. Blessings. Now we're going to Montrose with Judy. Thank you, Judy. Tuning in within the orb of truth. I ask your higher self, Judy, what number one insight wants to be revealed about your mother wound, Judy? In your heart center, it's there. It's there, it's pulsating, it's just calling, waiting for healing, right? So if you feel heaviness, pain in your heart center, there's no space in your heart center. It's difficult to take a nice deep breath in because, heart center affects also your lungs, right? Your whole chest. If your chest feels heavy, it's the weight of your mother wound right there. It's like I'm seeing on a table, right? If you have a table that is not messy, right? There's nothing on the table, but one big thing, that's the thing, right? And you can't miss it. It's there, right? The one thing that's on the table of your heart center that's showing itself up right now, Judy, is this mother wound. It's like if you look at the table, you can't miss it. You can't unsee it. It's there and it's calling for attention. It's calling for healing. So I hope you'll join us. I hope you'll join us. Now I'm feeling kind of weakness in the hips. So you may feel, maybe you're feeling hesitant. It's a lot. Will I be strong enough? Well, your higher self is calling you to it. and you have much more courage. Your courage is in your heart. You have the courage to carry this weight. You have even more courage. You have so much more courage, you don't know how much courage you have in your heart because of this heavy weight that is taking space from your heart. But we're going to do this together, and we're taking all the precautions that we need in order to be compassionate, to be deep, to be profound, and to operate with the higher realms. We are doing this together with the elementals, with your higher team, your higher self, and the etheric intelligence, the intelligence of the ether element that makes magic happen. So I'm feeling more strength in the hips. And that's for you, Judy. That's maybe for many listening. Yes, the way we're going to do this together, you're going to be prepared and guided and supported, and in such a way that you will summon your courage. And you'll even surprise yourself to find how much courage you have. Yes, now that makes me smile, and maybe it makes you smile. Thank you, Judy. Blessings. All right. All right, let me see where we are. Wow, so many requests. Okay, let me go and look if there is any hand raised. Not one, not too many right now. So let me keep going. Let me keep going through the list, and before closing, I'll go back to the live callers, and I'll take a couple live callers to complete. Okay. All right. So let's go to Boras, Sweden, with Catherine. Thank you, Catherine. Tuning in within the orb of truth. I ask your higher self, Catherine, what number one insight wants to be revealed about your mother wound right now? So it's showing itself in your abdomen, in your power center. It almost like it's such a heavy weight on your power center. Then after bringing the sensation then it shows me the image of, a pregnant, the belly of a pregnant woman. It's like it's so huge and heavy and big. It energetically, it's as if you were carrying like a baby inside of you. Just it's not a baby, it's the mother wound, right? But imagine the size and shape of a let's say a very pregnant woman. Okay, it gives an indication of how much weight and how much space it takes, right? It takes all the space of your power center. There's no more or very little space left for your power center to be available to empower you, right? And so it's so prominent as well. Like it's as a very pregnant woman, it shows, right? It shows. It's visible. Now, the reason why it wants to be visible, it's using this metaphor of the pregnant belly, is that it wants to make itself visible to you, Catherine, to call your attention to, yes, let's do this. It is visible. There's no escaping it. Let's take care of it. Let's get into the healing. Let's take it deep. And if there's so much that not all cannot be completed in one round because you want your higher self to pace you, then you will do what all that can be done on the live call, on the live workshop, live event. And then you will keep working at your own pace, in your own time with the replay, right? Your attention is really being called to, it's, like when a very pregnant woman, when it's time to give birth, it's time to give birth. When it's time to heal, it's time to heal. And it's like you can't escape it, right? The pregnant mother cannot not give birth, right? And like when the wound is so mature and big and visible, it's time for the healing. Let's do this. This may resonate with many of you listening. If you're feeling kind of pregnant, or if the image, the visual is showing up for you, that's for you as well. Okay? Thank you, Catherine. Blessings. All right. Next, we're going to share word with Julia. Thank you, Julia, tuning in with you within the orb of truth. I ask your higher self, Julia, what number one insight wants to be revealed about your mother wound? Oh, the attention is brought to the feet. Both feet feel so heavy, like if they were trapped in concrete, right? If, let's say, I don't know, you put your feet in a bucket and we pour concrete in the bucket, and then the concrete dries, and then your feet are trapped. They feel heavy because it's not only the weight of your feet is the weight of the concrete, but they are stuck, right? And they can't move. And that's the meaning. The meaning of this is that with the mother wound, the state of the mother wound for you, Julia, is making you stuck in place. Now, what's important to realize is that it may be that the mother wound is huge or not. The mother wound may be tiny, but if it is time for the healing of it, your higher self energetically makes the effect of it, magnifies the effect of it, in order to call your attention to the healing of it. If it's time for healing, even if the wound is small, or if you've done a lot of healing and what remains is crumbs, if it's your time for healing of these crumbs, clearing, or this tiny wound, then your higher self magnifies the effect of it to make sure you're going to take care of it. Okay? Now, another thing that is brought to my attention that is being shown is an iceberg. How, well, the tip of the iceberg may be tiny, but what is below the surface may be huge. And this may be that the expression that what you're aware of, your awareness, that's for you, Julia, that's for many listening as well. Your awareness at this stage of the mother wound may be not that huge, but there may be much greater woundedness that is unconscious, that is below the surface of the water, that is invisible, unconscious. And especially as well. I hope you've understood. If not, let me speak it clearly, that it's about our mother wound, but our mother wound is an, not only an echo, a result of our mother's mother wound and the mother wounds going through the lineages of the mothers of our mothers, right? And the mother wounds that have been passed from generations to generation. Now, you may experience in this lifetime not so much and have a wonderful relationship with your mother. And yet you may carry the mother wound more like an archetype, if you like, but it's actually a very personal archetype. It's the energy and the imprint of the mother wound in your lineages that your ancestors have been carrying and experiencing. So whether or not you experience huge wounding with your mother in this lifetime, there may be, so that would be the tip of the iceberg maybe. There may be still huge underwater unconscious mother wound that you carry that is not even yours, and yet it is your inheritance, right? So how did we come to this? Yes, the feet stuck in the concrete. Mother wound makes you stuck, holds your feet stuck in place. Okay? And again, if this doesn't make sense as you hear it, take it in meditation. Ask your higher self to allow you to relate to it, to bring it to your awareness, to bring it to your understanding. And at some moment it will pop and like, wow, okay, I get it now. Okay? Thank you, Julia. Blessings. All right. Now, Evelyn in Beersheba, Israel. So thank you for your sharing, Evelyn. You don't request a reading now. I need you to have your permission to do your reading. So without your permission, I'm not allowed to go and check and connect with your higher self. So I'm not going to do that, but I'm going to answer your question. What can I do to repair myself? That's your question. What you can do is join us on the Divine Trifecta Liberation. Healing the mother wound this week, at least getting started, and then working with the replay if you need to keep working on the mother wound, the father wound next week, and the wounded inner child the week after. That's what you can do at this stage. That's what's showing up as an answer to your request, your calling. Okay, so I hope you will join us, Evelyn. Thank you. Blessings. All right. Let me see. Okay, going to Cambridge with Lisa. Thank you, Lisa. All right, tuning in with you, Lisa, within the orb of truth. I ask your higher self, what number one insight wants to be revealed about your mother wound right now? All right, so my attention is brought to the area at the very bottom of the sternum, really the area between the heart center and power center. And what is signaling itself there is that you've done a lot of work, whether directly or indirectly, whether directly on your healing mother wound or indirectly other healing works that have included in some way or another healing the mother wound, sometimes indirectly, right? The wounds get get taken care of, even if they are not in the focus of some healing. So you've done a lot of work, and it feels like it feels much better than it has in this lifetime. So great, great, great job, great work that you've done, and I'm sure that you feel that your mother wound is not that screaming as much as it has. But at this stage, there's something to unhealed aspects of the mother wound that the presence of which affect and disrupt the connection of your power center and heart center. Now, you may have heard me say this in the past, how the power center and heart center, they're really meant to operate in tandem, to support one another. Power center giving power to the heart bringing love to the power, so that you bring the power of love, right? They're really supposed to work hand in hand and to be connected, to be in synergy. That's the word. And what is being shown here is that unhealed aspects of your mother wound disqualify this synergy of your power center and heart center. So you would gain great power and greater or even greater opening of your heart center from this synergy being, let's say, operational, being enabled again, and from clearing these aspects, unhealed aspects of mother wound that affect. Now, we don't need to know which one they are. Just know that there's something that, because of unhealed aspects of mother wound, it affects there. Okay? Then if you take this string of insight and follow the strings, it will lead you to what you need to know, what you need to be aware of. And sometimes we need to be aware of specifics to heal. Sometimes we don't need to be aware of specifics. We need to have make the decision to heal, and to do it blindly. It doesn't matter as long as we do it. Right? Your higher self knows. Sometimes we need to know, sometimes we don't. But we need to have the intention and the will and the willpower, and to make the decision. I want to heal this that disrupts. I want to heal this mother wound that disrupts the synergy of my power center and heart center. That could be a good way to put the intention. And then see how it unfolds, and follow the thread and see where it leads you. Okay, thank you, Lisa. Blessings. All right. Oh, wow, so many requests. So at this stage, whether or not you have received your own intuitive reading or picked up insights from someone else's reading, I believe at this point it is clear how I can support you to heal your mother wound. I am sure that whether you received your own reading or someone else, something, if only a piece of insight, was there for you today. So I hope you grabbed it and received it and absorbed it, and yes, follow the threads. So let me wrap up my special offer. Click on the button or the link on the webcast or replay page, or go to gracefulconnections.com/mother. Healing the mother wound, liberating the divine mother within, the clearing, healing, and activation session, live video workshop. Are you ready to transform your mother wound into the awareness and experience of the divine mother within, a divinely nurtured, supported, and embodied gift of knowing you are inherently worthy and loved unconditionally? Join the live group session happening this Thursday, November 6th at 9 a.m. Pacific with a replay. And also, I want to remind you of the Divine TRIFECTA Liberation Bundle, which includes this session, Healing the Mother Wound, plus Healing the Father Wound, and Healing the Wounded Inner Child. That's happening over the next couple of weeks. If you have the link on your webcast and replay page as well, or go to gracefulconnections.com/trifecta, TRIFECTA, gracefulconnections.com/trifecta. Now let's take a moment to be present once again to the orb of truth, allowing it to remain there, holding us, holding all that we have received, experienced today, discovered, all that we are not even yet aware that we have received it, allowing it to sink in, to settle in, as we are held in the orb of truth for as long as it serves our highest good, our evolution, and the highest good of all. And I'm closing now by giving gratitude to each and every one of you. Thank you for answering yes to the calling of truth and the calling of your mother wound to be healed, your inner divine mother to be liberated. Gratitude to the orb of truth for providing a safe, sacred space for our gathering and intuitive readings today. Gratitude to the orb of truth for providing a safe, sacred space. Yes, I just said that. I guess I am very grateful for the orb of truth, to the orb of truth. And gratitude to our higher selves for all the higher beings who guide, support, and protect us. And gratitude to the divine. Thank you. Until we meet again as soon as this Thursday for the Healing the Mother Wound live session. Many blessings to you all, and goodbye for now.